My child, do not scroll away from this screen. I am speaking directly to you right now. I have been watching you quietly all day long. I see the heavy burden you carry on your tired shoulders. You are looking at this video trying to escape your reality. You are trying to find a tiny moment of peace in your chaotic mind. Your thoughts are racing in 1,000 different directions. Your chest feels tight and incredibly heavy. You take a deep breath, but the crushing weight does not leave your body. I brought you to this exact moment for a very specific reason. This is not a random coincidence on your screen. This is a divine appointment that we set before the day began. I have seen how completely drained you really are. I know you just want to close your eyes and disappear for a while. Please listen to my voice today. I am here to give your weary soul some rest. Do not skip this message. I know you are always rushing through your life. You are always rushing to fix the problems of everyone else. But for just a few minutes, I need you to stop. Just stop moving and let me hold you in my presence. You are carrying a massive weight that was never meant for you. You are carrying the emotional pain of your entire family. You are carrying the anxiety of your friends. I want you to stay with me for just a little while longer. I'm about to reveal why your pure kindness has become your heaviest prison. I'm about to show you why you feel so incredibly empty inside. I see how you answer every single phone call. I see how you drop everything to rush and fix every crisis. Whenever a person is broken, they always come to you. Whenever someone needs a shoulder to cry on, you are always there. You are the strong and unbreakable pillar for your family. You are the safe anchor for your friends when their storms hit. You give and you give and you give until there is nothing left. You pour all of your energy into healing the deep wounds of others. You listen to their loud complaints for many hours. You sacrifice your own sleep to make sure they feel secure. You offer your own peace of mind to calm their panic. But I also see what happens when the doors finally close. I see exactly what happens when you are the one falling apart. When your own world crashes down around you. You look around, and the room is entirely empty. There is absolutely no one there to hold your shaking hands. There is no one asking how you are truly doing today. Your phone is completely silent when you need a savior the most. People are so used to you always being the strong one. They assume you never need to be rescued. They assume you have an endless supply of inner strength. But you do not. You are completely depleted and hollow on the inside. You are like a completely burnt candle sitting on a wooden table. The wax has melted all the way to the very bottom. The small flame is flickering and struggling to stay alive. But you still try to give bright light to the dark room. You still try to burn brightly to warm everyone else. It is destroying your spirit. You feel a deep and cold numbness creeping into your soul. You are not numb because you are a cold person. You are numb because you have cared way too much for way too long. You are numb because you have absolutely nothing left to give away. You have emptied your own cup to fill the cups of strangers. Now you are dying of severe thirst in a desert of your own making. I see how deeply unfair this feels to your heart. It hurts so much to realize that the people you save do not save you back. It hurts to know that your extreme loyalty is a one-way street. You swallow your own bitter tears because you do not want to burden them. You think your personal problems are too heavy for them to handle. So you choose to suffer in total and complete silence. You lie in your bed at night and stare blankly at the dark ceiling. You wonder if anyone actually sees your hidden pain. You wonder if anyone truly cares about the person behind the brave smiles. I see the real person behind those forced smiles. I see the scared and exhausted child living inside of you. I see your desperate and silent need for someone to just hold you tight. You just want someone to look straight at you and say, "I got you." You just want someone to take the steering wheel for one single day. You are so incredibly tired of making all the hard decisions. You are so tired of always being the responsible adult in the room. It feels like you are drowning in a dark and violent ocean, and everyone around you is just watching you drown from the safe shore. They think you are just swimming gracefully in the water. But I know you are barely keeping your head above the waves. I see the water filling your lungs. I see your arms losing their strength. You are crying out for help, but no sound leaves your throat. You are surrounded by people, but you have never felt so alone. You heal everyone, but you are bleeding out on the floor. You build houses for others while you stand in the freezing rain. I am not asking you to smile today. I am not asking you to put on a brave face and pretend everything is fine. I am not going to tell you to just be strong and have more faith. Your forced strength is exactly what is killing you right now. Your fake smiles are slowly poisoning your beautiful spirit. It is completely okay to be completely numb right now. It is completely okay to feel absolutely exhausted and defeated. I am not disappointed in your moments of weakness. I am not angry at your intense frustration with the world. I know you feel very angry sometimes. I know you feel deep resentment towards the people who constantly take from you. And I know you feel intense guilt for feeling that anger. You punish yourself daily for having those dark and heavy feelings. I need you to stop punishing yourself immediately. Your anger is a completely normal reaction to being used and discarded. Your exhaustion is a natural reaction to carrying an impossible and heavy load. I do not judge you for your painful doubts. I do not condemn you for wanting to run away and hide from everyone. If you need to cry right now, please let the tears fall. Do not wipe them away quickly. Let them wash the pain out of your tired eyes. You are only human. You were formed from the fragile dust of the earth. You have physical limits and emotional limits. You have personal boundaries that have been crossed way too many times. I am standing right here with you in the middle of your messy life. I am weeping with you as you sit alone in the dark room. I am validating every single tear you have cried in absolute secret. You are not failing just because you are tired. You are simply finally admitting the raw and honest truth. You cannot do this heavy lifting all by yourself anymore. You cannot keep bleeding to keep other people warm and comfortable. It is an impossible and cruel task. You feel this empty because of a toxic lie you have believed for too long. You have swallowed a very dangerous lie about who you are supposed to be. You think your entire worth is tied to how many people you can fix. You believe that if you stop helping, you will become worthless. Let me show you exactly what that dangerous lie is today. You believe that if you stop helping, you will become completely worthless. You think it is your absolute duty to fix every broken piece around you. You have taken a job that was never meant for your human hands. You thought it was your responsibility to save them from their own poor choices. You thought you had to be the ultimate savior for your family. You thought you had to be the permanent therapist for your friends. But you are not the savior of this world, my beloved child. I am the only savior. You have been playing God in their lives for far too long, and doing my job is completely starving your fragile human soul. You are trying to carry a heavy cross that I never asked you to carry. I never asked you to sacrifice your own mental health for their comfort. I never asked you to set yourself on fire just to keep them warm. I never demanded that you destroy your own peace to calm their storms. You look at your deep exhaustion as a sign of personal failure. You tell yourself that you just need to try harder tomorrow. You tell yourself that you are just being selfish for wanting a quiet break. You think your tiredness is a lack of love. That is the dangerous lie I am breaking inside your mind today. Your extreme exhaustion is not a sign of weakness. Your severe burnout is not a spiritual failure. Your heavy fatigue is a loud alarm system going off in your spirit. It is your physical body and your holy soul begging you to finally surrender. It is a cry for help from the deepest parts of your own heart. You cannot fix people who do not truly want to be fixed. You cannot heal wounds that I am actively using to teach them a lesson. Sometimes I allow people to fall hard so they can finally look up to me. But every single time they fall, you rush in quickly to catch them. You keep interfering with the hard lessons they desperately need to learn. You think you are protecting them, but you are actually blocking my divine work. You are standing in the middle of their hurricane trying to control the wind. And the harsh wind is tearing you apart, piece by broken piece. You are absorbing all of their chaotic energy into your own body. I am asking you to step out of the way today. I am asking you to resign from the position of general manager of the universe. You are allowed to step down from the throne you built for yourself. It is a heavy throne made of severe anxiety and endless worry. You thought your constant worrying was a form of deep love. But your constant worry is actually a heavy chain of control. You do not trust that I can take care of them without your constant help. You think the entire world will collapse if you take one single day off. You think they will not survive if you do not answer the phone. I am telling you the absolute truth right now. The universe will not collapse if you close your tired eyes and rest. I will continue to spin the earth while you sleep in total peace. I will take care of your loved ones while you recover your lost strength. You are just a precious and fragile child. You were created to be loved and held and gently protected. You were not created to be a machine that constantly produces solutions. You were not designed to be a garbage can for the toxic emotions of other people. Your deep pain right now is just a massive course correction. I am using this breaking point to wake you up from your dangerous cycle. I am shaking your reality so you can finally see the truth. It is no accident that this specific message found you today. It is not a random glitch in the technology in your hands. It is not an algorithm guessing what you want to see. I aligned the timing perfectly so you would stop and listen to me. I knew you would reach your absolute breaking point on this exact day. I knew you would wake up this morning feeling like you had nothing left to give. I saw you staring blankly at your screen trying to find an answer. I saw the quiet desperation hiding behind your tired eyes. I heard the heavy sigh you let out when no one was looking. You asked for a clear sign. You asked if I still cared about your invisible suffering. You wondered if I even noticed the heavy sacrifices you make every single day. This video is my direct and intentional answer to your silent prayers. This is my divine intervention in your chaotic timeline. Your heart is finally broken enough to actually hear my voice clearly. Your proud ego is finally too tired to keep fighting against me. When you were strong, you thought you could handle everything alone. You thought you could carry the weight of the world with a smile. Now that you are completely empty, You are finally ready to receive my grace. Now that you are completely broken, I can finally pour my healing oil over you. You are exactly where you need to be in this very moment. Every single tear you have cried has led you to this beautiful surrender. You do not have to search for answers in empty places anymore. The answer is sitting right beside you in this silent room. I am the ultimate answer to your deep emotional exhaustion. I have brought you into this safe space to begin the deep healing process. I have orchestrated every second of your day to lead you to this exact screen. Your soul was hungry for validation, and I am feeding you the truth. But we have to deal with the dark lies holding you back first. I need you to pay very close attention to what I am saying next. There is a very real spiritual battle happening over your mind right now. The enemy of your soul knows exactly how much potential you hold. He knows that if you ever get fully healed, you will be an unstoppable force of light. So he is actively trying to keep you trapped in this endless cycle of fixing others. He is using your own beautiful empathy as a weapon to destroy you. The enemy wants you to believe that if you stop fixing people, they will abandon you completely. He whispers dark and heavy fears into your mind late at night. He tells you that people only love you because of what you can do for them. He convinces you that your only true value is your absolute usefulness. He wants you to believe that if you say no, you are a bad person. He uses the heavy weight of false guilt to manipulate your kind heart. Every time you try to say no, he hits you with a massive wave of shame. Every time you try to set a healthy boundary, he makes you feel incredibly selfish. He uses the constant chaos of other people to constantly distract you. He distracts you from your own healing process. He distracts you from the beautiful future I have prepared for you. This is a deliberate distraction before your biggest spiritual blessing. You are standing on the very edge of a massive spiritual breakthrough. You are about to enter a season of immense peace and total restoration. But the enemy is throwing every possible crisis at you right now. He is making sure your phone rings at the worst possible times. He is sending toxic people back into your life to drain your final drops of energy. He wants you to be pulled into dramas that have nothing to do with you. He wants you so distracted by their loud noise that you miss my gentle voice. He wants you so completely burned out that you give up on your own dreams. I am warning you right now because I love you with an everlasting love. I am not saying this to scare you or bring you any unnecessary fear. I am exposing the hidden tactics of the darkness so you can finally break free. You are currently caught in a toxic web of severe emotional manipulation. You have allowed emotional vampires to live in your sacred space for far too long. You keep feeding them your precious peace, and they keep asking for more. They will never stop taking until you finally decide to stop giving. Their hunger for your energy is a black hole that you can never fill. If you do not draw a firm line today, you will completely lose yourself. Your beautiful identity will be swallowed up by the endless demands of a greedy world. But I will not let that destruction happen to you. I refuse to watch you slowly destroy yourself for people who do not appreciate your light. I am stepping into the middle of your heavy relationships today. I am drawing the firm battle lines on your behalf. I am going to do something very drastic to protect your fragile human heart. Watch what I am about to do with your phone calls and your relationships. I am stepping between you and the heavy demands of this noisy world. I am raising a massive fortress of protection around your fragile heart today. I am actively silencing the loud noise so you can finally learn how to breathe again. You are going to notice a sudden and beautiful shift in your daily atmosphere. Certain people will suddenly stop calling you with their endless and repetitive drama. The phone that usually rings with massive emergencies is going to sit very still. Do not panic when the loud notifications suddenly go completely quiet. Do not let your mind trick you into thinking that you did something wrong. Do not feel guilty when the constant text messages suddenly stop flooding your screen. That is not a sign of cold rejection or cruel abandonment. That is my divine hand actively blocking the toxic energy from reaching your tired soul. I am standing as a strong and impenetrable shield right in front of your body. I see how your body tenses up every time you hear a new message arrive. I see how your stomach ties into painful knots because you know someone needs something from you again. I am making that severe anxiety stop right now. I am returning all of that chaotic energy back to where it originally belongs. I am giving those people the heavy but necessary gift of carrying their own burdens for a while. This is not a harsh punishment for them. This is a very necessary rescue mission for you. You have carried their heavy bags for a very long time. Your hands are bleeding from holding onto the rough ropes of their bad decisions. It is finally time for them to learn how to walk on their own 2 feet. It is time for them to look up to me instead of constantly looking down at you. I will not allow them to drain your beautiful and pure spirit anymore. I am actively severing the invisible emotional cords that keep you tied to their endless pain. You are completely safe behind the high and thick walls of my perfect grace. The heavy arrows of false guilt will hit my shield and fall harmlessly to the dry ground. The dark manipulation of others will lose all of its toxic power over your precious mind. I am the ultimate defender of your peace, and I do not lose battles. I want you to make a strong and permanent commitment to your own deep healing right now. I want you to claim this divine and holy protection over your mind and your body. If you are completely ready to let me defend you from the chaos, type "I am safe in His hands" in the comments right now. Type it as a bold and fearless declaration that you are no longer fighting these impossible battles alone. Let those powerful words be the heavy armor that protects your chest for the rest of this day. Now that you are safely hidden behind my shield, I can finally give you the massive breakthrough I promised. I promise you the beautiful and rare privilege of being the patient today. You have been the strong doctor in the emergency room for your entire adult life. You have been frantically bandaging the deep emotional wounds of strangers and close friends. You have been stopping the bleeding of everyone around you while ignoring your own deep cuts. Today you are fully allowed to take off that heavy and stained white coat. Today, you are allowed to lie down on a soft and quiet bed and let me take care of you for a change. You are allowed to look up at me and say that you are completely and utterly broken. You are allowed to admit that you are entirely lost and very confused about your future. You have my absolute and unconditional permission to say, "I am not okay." I want you to say it out loud in the quiet of your room. I am not okay. And I promise you that the sky will not fall when you finally speak those honest words. The ground will not crack open and swallow your house. The entire world will continue to spin gracefully, exactly as it always has. But inside your tired soul, a massive earthquake of divine healing will finally begin. I am sending a heavy and warm rain of pure grace to the dry desert inside your chest. For so many lonely years, you have felt like a barren wasteland with absolutely no water in sight. Your natural kindness dried up because no one ever poured any love back into your roots. You gave away oceans of empathy, and you received empty cups of dust in return. But I am pouring fresh and living water over your tired roots, right in this very moment. You are going to feel a gentle and soothing warmth spreading through your numb body. You are going to feel a quiet and profound peace settling deep into your anxious bones. I am restoring all the beautiful years that the heavy exhaustion violently stole from you. I am going to bring the bright color back to your pale face. I am opening brand new doors of massive blessing that you could never open by yourself. These new doors do not require you to fix anyone in order to walk through them. These doors only require you to be exactly who I created you to be. You will not have to earn your right to belong in these beautiful new spaces. You will not have to prove your extreme worth by solving massive problems for people who do not care about you. You will simply walk into the warm light and be deeply and fully loved. The dark days of begging for small crumbs of basic human affection are completely over. I am preparing a massive and gorgeous banquet of peace specifically for your tired soul. You are going to feast on my joy until you have completely forgotten the taste of your deep sorrow. In order to receive this massive healing, you need to remember exactly who you are. You need to remember whose royal and holy blood flows through your human veins. You are my precious and beloved child. You are not a cold metal machine built to fix the brokenness of modern humanity. You are not a simple tool in a dark toolbox that people only pull out when something is broken. That is how the modern world constantly treats you. They use you to fix the massive leak, and then they put you back in the dark until they need you again. But you are not a cheap tool. You are a priceless masterpiece of divine creation. Your deep and eternal worth is not measured by how much you bleed for other people. Your ultimate value is not determined by how useful you are to your demanding friends. If you never solved another problem for anyone else for the rest of your natural life, I would still love you exactly the same. If you never answered another late-night phone call, you would still be my perfect masterpiece. I want you to hear this truth very clearly. You are deeply loved even when you are completely useless to the world. You are unconditionally loved even when you are sitting in the dark doing absolutely nothing productive. Your pure identity is safely hidden and perfectly protected in my massive heart. You are the one I choose to love every single morning, before the bright sun even rises. I am the great physician. I am the healer of all broken and shattered things. You are just the beautiful vessel I want to fill with pure and everlasting joy. You have carried a false and heavy identity for so many lonely and painful years. You thought you were the strong one who never needed any help from anyone. You built a thick wall of independence to protect yourself from getting hurt again. But true strength is finally admitting that you desperately need a savior to rescue you. True bravery is allowing yourself to be weak and fragile in the arms of a loving Father. I am gently stripping away all the false labels that society forced onto your tired shoulders. I am washing away the heavy and unfair expectations of your demanding family tree. You are clean and you are free, and you are incredibly safe in my holy presence. I want you to anchor this ultimate truth deep into your spirit today. I want you to break the heavy chain of false guilt right in this very moment. Declare this powerful truth with me so the enemy can hear your voice. Type, I am loved, even when I am empty in the comments right now. Let the darkness see that you finally understand your true royal worth. Let those powerful words shatter the dark glass ceiling over your tired mind. You are stepping out of the exhausting role of the savior right now. You are finally stepping back into the beautiful and simple role of the child. And as my precious child, there is only one final and important thing you need to do today. Hand me the heavy golden crown you were never meant to wear. Step down completely from the cold throne of trying to control everything around you. You have tried to manage the universe, and it has only broken your beautiful heart. You were meant to be a joyful child playing safely in the garden. You were never meant to be a tired king fighting a bloody and endless war. Your human hands are way too small to hold the massive weight of the spinning earth. I created the entire universe with a single and powerful spoken word, yet you think you have to hold your fragile world together with your own exhausting strength. Let it all go right now. Give me your severe exhaustion and your deep mental fatigue. Hand over the dark bitterness and the silent anger that has built up inside you. Let go of the desperate need to always be the responsible adult in every single room. I want you to do something very practical and very physical for me today. I want you to take your phone and put it face down on the wooden table. I want you to step entirely away from the glowing screen that constantly demands your precious attention. Disconnect from the loud world that constantly feeds you a toxic diet of panic and fear. I want you to unclench your tight jaw. I want you to drop your heavy shoulders away from your tired ears. Take a very deep and slow breath and hold it for just a moment. Now release it slowly and let all of the toxic tension leave your physical body. You have absolute divine permission to ignore every single incoming call for the rest of the day. You have my holy permission to leave every text message unread until you are completely healed. The sudden emergencies of other people are not your personal emergencies today. Their constant daily chaos is not your heavy responsibility anymore. They will survive perfectly fine without your immediate and frantic response. I am taking over the heavy steering wheel of your complicated life right now. You can finally move over to the passenger seat and just look out the clear window. You can finally watch the beautiful scenery pass by without worrying about crashing the car. I am an excellent and perfect driver, and I know exactly where we are going. The road ahead is completely clear and perfectly safe for you. You do not need to constantly check the rearview mirror to see if disaster is chasing you. I have already cut off the dark enemies that were following close behind you. You are entirely safe inside the strong vehicle of my infinite grace. I am wrapping a thick and warm blanket of divine peace tightly around your shivering shoulders. Feel the divine warmth melting away the cold ice that has surrounded your chest for years. You are fully allowed to just exist today without producing anything of value. You do not have to perform any grand miracles to earn your daily oxygen. You do not have to prove your extreme worth to anyone who breathes the air I created. Just sit very still and let my holy love wash over you like a gentle ocean wave. Every time you breathe in, you are inhaling my pure and perfect peace. Every time you breathe out, you are exhaling the heavy burdens of the false savior. You have spent thousands of hours listening to the painful complaints of broken people. Now I want you to spend this time listening to the absolute silence of my unconditional love. I want you to know that I am always standing right here in this quiet room with you. I will never abandon you when you are too tired to speak a single word. I will never leave you alone when you feel completely hollow and empty inside. But I also see someone else in your life who is secretly drowning exactly like you were. There is another beautiful soul you know who is currently burning out from saving everyone else. They are putting on a very brave face for the public, but they are silently crying in their car right now. They are sitting in a dark parking lot, trying to gather enough fake energy to walk into their own house. They are the strong pillar for their family, just like you are for yours, and they feel completely invisible and totally unappreciated. They think their hidden pain does not matter to anyone in this selfish and busy world. They are begging me for a tiny sign that they are truly seen and deeply loved. You are holding that exact sign in your hands right now. I want you to be my holy messenger of peace for them today. I want you to take this divine message of deep healing and share it directly with them. Send this to them so they know that I have not forgotten their silent tears either. Let them hear my voice calling them out of their own toxic prison of extreme exhaustion. Be the one who finally asks them how they are truly doing today, without asking for a favor. Your simple act of sharing this truth will be the exact miracle they are begging for right now. Help me rescue them from the heavy burden of playing God in their own lives. Let us build a beautiful army of healed and rested souls who know their true worth. Now it is finally time for you to completely and totally rest. You have finished your difficult work for the day. You do not need to fix absolutely anything in your messy world today. You do not need to solve the complex puzzles of tomorrow morning. Leave all the broken pieces right there on the floor. I will sweep them up and put them back together while you sleep in perfect peace. I am silencing the loud and cruel voices of your inner critic right now. The dark voice that tells you that you are lazy is officially silenced forever. The harsh voice that tells you that you are not doing enough is completely banished from this room. I am washing your tired mind with the pure and living water of my divine grace. I am standing at the door of your bedroom like a fierce lion protecting its precious cub. No harm and no toxic energy will come near your dwelling place tonight. I am placing my strong and gentle hand softly over your tired eyes. Close your eyes now. Let the heavy darkness of the quiet room become a safe blanket for your mind. There are no more loud demands waiting for you in the dark shadows. There are no more heavy expectations crushing your chest. There is only pure and absolute stillness. There is only the steady rhythm of my massive heart beating in perfect time with yours. You are completely safe. You are fiercely protected. You are deeply and unconditionally loved. Rest now, my beloved child. Sleep deeply and do not worry about the rising sun. I am already standing guard over your tomorrow.